Hi, I'm Shawn Oliver. Please forgive me if I sound a little strange. I'm battling a heck of a head cold today, so please bear with me. Today I'm discussing the EC launch portion of the Start Smart Early Education platform by Hatch Systems with the focus on the report management system and the shell script games applications. EC Launch is a simple, child-friendly, teacher-friendly application that consists of two launch pads, the teacher pad and the child pad. The teacher pad consists of one teacher-only launch pad. The teacher pad is where teachers can access features such as the report management system, the online learning courses, family letters, beyond the screen, and so on. I'm going to discuss the report management system in more detail as it incorporates the result of a child's progress within the Shell Squad games. This is the report management system, or the RMS dashboard. When children play Shell Squad games, their progress is monitored, and each time the Shell Squad game progress thermometer fills, that progress is automatically delivered to the report management system. This, in turn, makes the report management system a teacher's most valuable tool. Okay, now first we're going to discuss accessing the report management system. You can enter the RMS from one of two places. The teacher menu, this is a locked menu out of the teacher launchpad, or via the internet at rms.hatchearlychildhood.com. Now, navigating the report management system. When you log into the RMS using your assigned username and password, you'll find your name as well as the name of your school and the respective classroom name too if you've set that up. If you log in and do not see the appropriate classroom name, click on the drop-down menu to find names to choose from. This is only applicable when more than one classroom uses the system. Okay, now we'll discuss the RMS notification buttons. The notification buttons provide teachers with a quick overview of any issues or necessary actions needed to ensure the student's success with iSmart Start. The first of these important buttons is Child Progress. We're going to review what each of these notification buttons tells you about your student's progress, as well as how to resolve any issues by way of the notification button solution centers. The first button, Child Progress, displays whether there are any children who are locked out of Shell Squad game skills, as well as there are any children who have recently regressed in a Shell Squad game. In this example, Child Progress shows us that one child is locked out of a skill and one child has recently regressed within a skill. In order to resolve the Child Progress issues, click within each corresponding space. For example, to resolve the issues that arise when children are locked out of a skill or skills, click within the top locked out space of this button. Conversely, to resolve issues pertaining to children regressing within a skill or skills, click within the lower regress space in this button. For this example, we're going to access the children who are locked out of a skill solution center. Within the solution center, you'll see the name of the children who are locked out of a skill, the skill or skills that they're locked out to, access to unlock the skill or skills, and most importantly, access to the refocus center for the children in question. It's important to try and refocus rather than simply unlocking a child in a particular skill. Children are locked from a skill because they unsuccessfully answered questions pertaining to the skill, and therefore we do not recommend unlocking a child until after they've had focused practice with the skill they are locking from. This is provided by refocusing. This allows you to make sure a child is actually understanding a skill as well, instead of just guessing different answers than the one they got wrong the first time. The child in our example is struggling to successfully complete the blending compound word skill. If you select Refocus Child, you'll see the child in question as well as all of the skill families. To provide focused practice in the area of weakness, we eliminate the skills that do not include blending compound words. When this skill is located within the green phonological awareness skills family, and therefore we are unchecking everything except phonological skills. You can also select the date on which you want to reopen the other skill families. We recommend allowing at least 1 week for a child to receive focused practice. What this does is this makes sure he concentrates on that skill he's having problems with by not allowing him into the other skills until this is completed. Now, we're going to take a look at some of the child-friendly launch pads. These include the Gamepad, Storytime, WebPad, Henry's Hideout, and most importantly, the Shell Squad games. To give a brief overview of the first four sections, we'll first look at the Gamepad. The Gamepad includes a variety of software titles that are reviewed and selected by the early learning experts at Hatch. Storytime. Storytime opens to an ebook library of exciting books for children to interact with as they listen and learn. WebPad. The WebPad launches children into a variety of learning opportunities through preloaded websites. Henry's Hideout. Henry's Hideout is a free play area that enhances enrichment activities. Okay, and now we're going to discuss the Shell Squad game launchpad. This is the section that your children will spend the majority of your time in, and this is the primary focus of my presentation today. First, I'm going to discuss how to set up your class and students to use the Shell script games. Before your children can play Shell script games, you must add their names, birth dates, and pictures. Doing so ensures that each child's progress is monitored in an accurate and precise manner. First, you'll need to access the teacher menu. Press and hold your finger on the top left corner of the computer screen until 4 numerals appear on the screen. Sequentially tap the numbers that appear in the corners of the screen. The teacher menu will appear in the center of your screen, and you will find Add Child. Upon selecting Add Child, a new page known as Child Detail appears. First, you'll add a photo of the child. If the child is not present at the time, you can add a blank photo and then add the child's picture later using the integrated webcam. We don't have a child with us right now, so we would add blank photos, and then these can be updated later. Click inside the box before typing. Okay, also, the enter key does not function in this system the same way as other software packages, so you have to move the cursor manually. Use a mouse or finger to migrate between input boxes. The tab key does not function either. Okay, first you're going to enter the first and last name using the appropriate capitalization and punctuation for the child. Then you're going to click calendar to enter the birth date. The teacher may also enter a child ID number if they use one already. Okay, now basically you're going to take a blank image, which will be edited with students returned, position an item in front of the computer, allowing it to fill the photo box. Basically, you're just going to put something in there that you're going to take a picture of, a blank piece of paper, anything like that. Then after you've done the picture and entered the information, you'll click Save Child to save and then to move back to the teacher menu, at which point you can add another child, return to Shell Squad games, or enter the report management system. Okay. Now, as I said, when you have your children with you in the classroom, you're going to replace the blank photos with real photos of each child. This is done through the Add or Change Child photo in the teacher menu options. Add or change photo. The teacher menu provides an option for you to edit child, which means you can add to, remove, or update any of the previously entered child details, including the photo. This is extremely important because when you enter a blank photo, you'll be required to replace it with each child's real photo, and then edit child is the place where you're going to make that happen. After you've made any changes, you can select Save Child to return to the teacher menu. Once all the children in your classroom are added to Smart Start, they can begin playing and learning immediately. Okay, the Shell Squad games, which is the focus of this whole operation, is the heart and soul of Smart. This is the only launch pad that enables children to practice 18 different school readiness skills. In addition, SSG is the only launch pad that monitors the children's progress within those 18 school readiness skills. Keep in mind that the SSG Launchpad is where the children should spend the majority of their time that they spend with the Smart Start system. We recommend every child fill at least 5 progress thermometers, or approximately 30 minutes every week of the school year. Each time a thermometer is filled, the progress is monitored and gathered as the child plays and is synced to the RMS. Many teachers find it best to require children to play SSG on designated days. For example, a teacher may have students play SSG Monday through Thursday, which almost always gives them enough time to fill their thermometers. Friday is a fun-free day, or a free fun day, which they know they can choose any of the launch pads on this day. The SSG school readiness skills are organized into 5 skill families. These are number 1, phonological awareness, number 2, numeric operations, number 3, language development, number 4, alphabet knowledge, and number 5, alphabet reasoning. Each of the SSG skills includes 5 different scaffolding levels. These are number 1, tutorial, number 2, emerging, number 3, developing, number 4, developed, and number 5, complete. In order to assure the greatest gains and progress within the SSG school-related skills, every child should fill at least 5 progress thermometers each week, which equals approximately 30 minutes per week. The thermometer shows how close a child is to finishing a game set. The more the thermometer is filled in, the closer the child is to completing the game set. Time spent on each game set varies per child and skill, but typically game sets can take anywhere between 5 to 10 minutes. Excuse me. The progress thermometer also tells which skill development areas the game and play addresses. Additionally, the thermometer tells which skill level the child has reached with the skill development area in question. The thermometer shows how close a child is to completing the game. The thermometer is nearly full, they've almost completed this set, and that the child is at the developing level for the skill. It's important to note, each time a child logs in to play SSG, the progress thermometer needs to be completely filled. This not only allows for the appropriate amount of repetition and sufficient time to progress, but also enables ISS to transfer the monitoring information into the RMS or report management system. In other words, if a child does not complete an entire thermometer, the next time he goes in to use the shell squad games, he's going to need to refill that entire thermometer. I hope this brief walkthrough has given you a basic familiarity with the shell squad games and the rest of the aspects of the Smart Start environment. Obviously, you're going to need to get in and move around in this some yourself before you're really comfortable with it, but it really does come to you quickly. Thank you, and have an enriching and educational day. Hello.